Hey friends, it's Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead, and today it's the beginning of August, and it's the beginning of our really heavy food preservation season here on our homestead. The month of August, it pretty much feels like the canners come out and they never really get put away. Something is going in the canners every single day to be preserved from the garden or from bulk produce orders or whatever it is that we're doing to try to prepare for the winter. And so on Instagram, my account, Three Rivers Homestead, we started a food preservation challenge called the Every Bit Counts Challenge. That's the hashtag. And people are joining me in preserving at least one thing every day, whether you're canning it, or you're dehydrating it, or you're freezing it, whatever it is that you're doing. Just try, the goal is to try to put up one item to help with your long-term food storage every single day. And so that's kind of what I'm in the middle of. And it got me thinking about maybe doing some videos on what are my favorite things to preserve in various different ways. So today in this video, I thought I would talk about my favorite things to water bath can, my top 5. And so I'm going to go ahead and share those with you. My number 1 favorite thing to water bath can is applesauce. When you have a lot of small children, applesauce is a great snack. It's also a great side dish for meals. But I like to can applesauce for other reasons too. If we run out of eggs throughout the winter, applesauce is a great egg replacer in baking. And so a lot of times that's what we use our small jars of applesauce for. I'll can some little tiny half-pint jars specifically for that purpose. Applesauce is great if you get sick of eating it raw, just the regular applesauce as a snack. You can dehydrate it and make fruit leather out of it. You can use it in baking. There's an applesauce loaf that I make, or applesauce muffins. It's just a really versatile food with a lot of uses. My kids love it, and it's super easy to can. So it's probably one of my favorite items to water bath can for that reason. My number 2 favorite item to water bath can would probably be tomato sauce. And when I can tomato sauce, I just can it plain. I don't season it at all or add anything to it. It's just the plain tomatoes and sometimes lemon juice, and I water bath can that. And then I like it because it's versatile. When you open the jar, you can season it however you want. If you want to make spaghetti, you can maybe add a little bit of garlic and some basil and some oregano and other spices to it. But then you can also use the plain sauce jars and water them down a little bit to maybe make chili if you're out of tomato juice, or you can make a tomato-based soup with it. And so just plain tomato sauce is probably my second favorite thing to water bath can. We use it quite a bit. So number 3 on my top 5 favorite things to water bath can would be jam and jelly. We are a dairy-free family, so we can't butter our bread when we eat it. So we use a lot of jam and jelly. And the kids also, when you have this many kids, they're going to eat a lot of, nut butter and jelly sandwiches and things like that. And so we go through quite a bit. And the great thing when you're home canning jams and jellies is that inevitably there's going to be some batches that don't quite gel up completely. So it leaves us with some wonderful fruit syrups that become a replacement for maple syrup. When we run out of that, we use it on our pancakes and on our French toast. We also use that fruit syrup to make homemade sorbets and ice creams and things like that. So it's just a wonderful thing. I love to can it. It's so easy, and it's delicious. All right. Number 4 on my list of favorite things to water bath can would be grape juice. Concord grape juice. It just smells so delicious, but it's really versatile. We use it not just to drink plain, but we use that juice to make homemade jello. We use it to make popsicles for the kids in the summer. We've used it to flavor kombucha in the past. There's just so many ways we use that grape juice, and it's literally one of the easiest things to water bath can. You just throw some grapes in the bottom of the jar, fill it with water, can it, and you're good to go, and you've got a quart of juice to use however you want. So if you have access to Concord grapes, I can't recommend making your own juice enough. Okay, and last but not least on my list of my top 5 favorite things to water bath can would be salsa. I mean, there is nothing like homemade salsa, and there is nothing like opening a jar in the middle of winter of this salsa that you prepared in the middle of summer, and it just like kind of brings you back to all those flavors of the summer. And it's just great, you know. Salsa is wonderful as a snack with, you know, chips, or it's great on tacos or in taco salad or whatever. We just love that to have. And every year, I think I can enough salsa, and it never is enough. So it's really a goal of mine this year to put more up. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 favorite things to water bath can. And then, of course, I'll have a different list of things that I prefer to pressure can. But I hope you found that list helpful. A lot of those are the very first things that I learned how to can. You know, applesauce and tomato sauce, jelly, super easy. And so if you're new to water bath canning, I highly recommend starting with those things because they're pretty foolproof. You can't mess them up. And they're delicious, and if you have small children, those are all things that you're definitely going to use. Most of the recipes I use come from the Ball canning books, so I recommend using those to get safe, tried, and true recipes that are going to taste great. So I hope if you're on Instagram, you follow along on my Every Bit Counts challenge. In the month of August, we're putting up, with the goal, we're putting up something on our pantry shelves or in our freezers every day to help prepare for the winter ahead. So we hope to see you there. But for now, have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.